Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fizzing Bob and today we're going to do another redstone tutorial by looking at the simple comparator. Please join me. Okay, so what we're going to do before we actually look at how the comparator works, we need to work out how we're going to craft the comparator. The comparator is actually made up of three elements. Okay, so the first element is the redstone torches. These torches can be crafted by using redstone dust and sticks. The second component is the stone blocks, which are produced by smelting down cobblestone. And your third component, which is nether quartz, which can be obtained by either mining in the nether, or failing that, if you haven't got a portal set up, you can trade emeralds with villagers to obtain this component. So, as you can see on the right hand side, the redstone comparator has been crafted. We put that in our inventory. So what does it look like on the ground? And that's what it looks like on the ground. Now we have created the comparator, we can now explain how the comparator actually works. As mentioned before, there are three useful things the comparator can actually do within the circuit. Here we are going to look at the first of those, and that is maintaining the signal strength. Moving on to the second thing a comparator can be used for within the redstone circuit, and that is to be able to measure how many items are being stored within a storage device and give a output signal strength. It also can actually take the position of an item on a item holder, such as a lectern or a frame, and also give a signal strength on the output. So with these four circuits, I'd like to demonstrate how the comparator is able to measure the amount of items within the storage device or the position of the item on the item holder and turn that into a signal strength output. So what we've got here is the comparator linked to, in this case, the chest, a storage item, and on here we've got the item frame, which is an item holder. Then we've got a line of redstone, which then connects to the output of a lamp. So as we put items in, we should see these lamps coming on. So we'll start off with the barrel. We put a stack of stone in, and what we get is an output of 1. So then we increase this, and as we do, we see that the lights come on. Now the amount of lights that are turned on is dependent on more of a percentage of how full this chest is, or the barrel is. So if we fill this completely full, what we'll see is that it gives us the maximum strength, and in this case this will be 15 long. So this is also the same for the chest. You put the items in the chest, and as you can see, exactly the same as the barrel. We put some items in and we get a number of lights on, fill the chest up, and we get full strength. Now with a dropper, what we get here is, because it holds less items, there is a much greater increment in the actual signal strength out. So as you can see here, we've put 2 stacks in and we've got 4 lamps on. So where we put 2 stacks in here, we only get 2 lights on. So as we fill the dropper, and what we get is the full length, full signal strength. With the item holder, it is slightly different. Basically, by placing an item on the item frame, on the frame, we can, as you can see, we get a signal strength straight away. At the moment, the item has been changed, rotated, and by rotating it, we change the signal strength. So at the moment, it is in the home position, or the first position, and as you can see, we get an output of 1. We turn it, and we get an output of 2. And we keep on doing this and until we get back into the home position again, which is there, and it then resets back down to 1. We take the item off, and again the output is turned off as well. So this is actually useful when we are creating circuits, to say that when like a chest is becoming being filled to a certain level, we want an action to happen. Maybe that is just an indication to say that the storage system that you have is now full, but you also can say that if you place items into it, that you then want to open up a hopper to then drain everything from that chest into something else, that you want to process it in one go rather than dropping each item into a hopper or something. But that again is something to be taken into consideration when designing circuits themselves. The item frame, when you place an item on there onto a frame, you can use that to come up with combination locks. So you have to get a particular combination. The position of each item has to be correct before you open up a door or something like on that scale. The third and final function of the comparator is that of the subtraction mode. This is where it takes the signal strength of two inputs, and depending on the signal strength of the inputs, it subtracts them and gives a equivalent output signal strength. The circuit below will demonstrate what I mean by that. Taking the primary input line, we move the switch closer in, say at 6 to put it onto block 16 away, and when we turn it on we can see that the signal strength is strong enough to pass through the comparator and give us an output of 1. However, when we turn the signal on, say 16, for the secondary input line, this doesn't actually give an output. In fact, if we put it even closer to a comparator, it too will not give a signal strength, even though the signal strength here will be greater than what it was there. So let's have a look. Okay, turn that off. So what we're going to try and do here is show that we'll have a signal strength from this switch of, say, that's 8 blocks away. Put it there. So what we now have is a signal strength of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. 16 blocks away from the switch, which is the maximum distance that switch is able to power. So as I said before, if we put a switch here, the signal strength will be 16 minus 1 is 15. We know here that if we flick that switch, the switch here, signal strength is greater than what is being outputted. So what will happen is that all these lights will be turned off. So flick the switch, and as you can see, all the lights are off. Right, so what we want to do is to be able to say halve the output here. We want to be able to, we need to move the switch back to reduce the signal strength in order to subtract from the outputs here. That is half that's been given. So we know that if this is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and if we go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we put it here, we will reduce the signal output significantly, such now that it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That the output is now 4 strong. We flick that switch again to turn it off, and as you can see, we then get the 9 strong output, 8 strong output signal along here. So we can then move this even further away. This will then mean that what is the signal strength subtracted from this line will be less affected on the output. As you can see here now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the output side. And say you can go closer, then this signal strength is stronger and will have a significant effect, greater effect on the output. So if we say 8 again, that completely turns all the lights off, which corresponds to what the primary input being 8 as well. So as we move further away from that, 7, 6, yeah, we then increase the output by 1, and so on and so forth. So that's how we craft a comparator and how the comparator actually works. Hopefully. Well, okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have really liked it, leave a like and even subscribe to my channel. I'll be hoping to do a lot more redstone tutorials and explanations. What I will do as well is create a world download that you can use to play around with the circuits for yourselves. Well, that is enough for me. I hope to see you soon. Take care and goodbye.